Morning. Let's go to work. It's a bit of a rainy day today, so I'm not sure quite how that's going to affect business, but it's so unpredictable. Sometimes it makes no difference at all and we have a really busy day when you'd think that the rain would keep people away and the sunshine would bring them out. And for some reason, and I have no idea the logic or the science, whether somebody else can tell me this, sometimes when it's really sunny we're so quiet and there's nobody, and then sometimes when it's throwing it down we're really busy. But it's market day, so I expect that there'll be some disappointed people coming out to have a look at the market, because at the moment in Newark the market is not very well supported by traders. So for whatever reason, I don't know, I did used to do the market, and Newark market used to be phenomenal. It used to be really busy. It used to have loads of different stalls. We actually, before we moved over here, we used to come to Newark to look around the market, and now you have to look around to find the market. So I don't know whether they'll just not turn up, they look at the weather forecast and think, well, it's not worth it normally, so I'm not going to go, and then it just ends up being really rubbish. But there are a few people, a few nice stands on the market. David's plants, he's really good, and Mixed Meats, and the knife sharpener, and the bread stall. So, oh, no traffic, how lovely. So, yeah, there could be a few people. I've got some, Camber Hope, nice flower stall there is. I think I might go and buy some flowers today and put them on the counter. And I think that'll be lovely. We've got Emily's singing session on later on. I don't know whether I'm looking after that or whether Dawn's looking after it. I'll have to find out. I didn't mind looking after the singing session, actually. I looked after it last month and it was really nice. It was really lovely to be in a room full of non-judgmental women, because it's a women only, non-judgmental women, just having a real proper sing-song with fairly simple tunes and words that were easy to grasp, and just all sat in a circle, and it was just absolutely what the community hub space is all about. So there was about 30, maybe 35 women possibly, all just sitting in a circle. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it was less, but yeah, so I might look after that and have a good sing song later. And I'm on my way to Asda now to go and fetch the shopping, and I wonder what today is going to bring. We've been, since Fraser broke his wrist, he's been spending a lot more time doing office work, and because you don't have to open a tin of tuna to do office work, and you can't open a tin of tuna, so office work is really the only way forward at the moment. And we've been looking at the figures and the costings and the profit margins on various different things. So we took a whole menu, took all the ingredients that it takes to make up, all the components that it takes to make up every dish that we serve, and worked out the percentage profit on each dish, because the profit is on each dish is what pays the bills to run the business in the first place. And we were pretty good. I mean, I was, to be fair, I was winging it for the first while, and I did have a fairly good idea that we were pretty much on target, which I know Lucy is going to say to me, well, it's not really very good, is it, to just have a fairly good idea of the loose profit. Not quite the way to run a business, but I've always been a bit of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of girl, to quote a phrase. And the figures, when he worked them out, actually proved that I was right, which is nice. And we worked out that there was a few things need tweaking, so we'll either get them off the menu because they're not profitable. Well, not profitable, they're not as profitable as some other things, so we'll either take them off the menu altogether, or we will increase the price of them to make them in line with everything else. So yeah, there we go. we've been analysing the costs as well. The costs of rent, the cost of electric, and the rates and the staff and the other things that we have to buy as part of our business, and to make sure that the percentage profit is covering the costs that we need to cover. And it doesn't really. There you go. I'm going to let you out because I'm nice. You're welcome. No problem. And it doesn't. It barely stacks up. It shows me the reason why it feels uncomfortable most of the time. So, to combat this, what we're going to do is I'm going to get a different source of income so that I don't have to take any income out of. Oh, what are you doing? Come on then, you can come out. No problem. And I'm going to try and find a different source of income and let Fraser run be general manager to run all of the day-to-day stuff. And we interviewed for somebody to come and be a cook. So this has come from the fact that he's not only because of he's broken his wrist, it's allowed me to reassess what we need to do, and it's also aligned with me listening to a book by Dan Martell. I listen to Dan Martell all the time on YouTube. He's actually the person who inspired me to get going on this van log vlog in the first place. After countless people have told me on YouTube the only thing to do is just to get started. So Dan Martell is the only person who's actually been successful in me getting started. So thank you, Dan, appreciate that. And I've been listening to his book called Buy Back Your Time. And the premise, as far as I can work out so far, I've not got far into it, but I can work out that basically if you're running a business, you don't want to be running in the business. You want to be expanding the business and working out how the best way is to make more money in the business and to make it run more smoothly. And if you can pay somebody to do the things that you don't like to do and focus on the things that you're good at, and for me that's sales. Sales is really the only thing that I am good at. And focus on sales and on bringing in more money to the business and letting other people do the work, which sounds like a great idea to me. So we interviewed somebody a couple of days ago about coming in to be the breakfast and lunchtime cook, which would actually be really good, and she is really lovely, and I can't say very much at all because it's secret, just in case more than 4 people watch this video. We never know, so she might get found out. But anyway, she's enthusiastic to come and work with us, and I might have to pay her a little bit more than I'd intended, but worth it. I believe worth it, definitely. And yeah, I'm going to see how that works out. I'm excited. The only trouble is she's got to give 4 weeks notice that she's going on holiday, so I'm going to be in the kitchen for a little while longer, sadly. But anyway, I'll try not to burn any more sausage rolls or cinnamon buns. I've been having a little bit of a flurry on burning things at the moment, so hopefully I don't burn anything today. I posted on my Facebook a very sad video about me burning the sausage rolls and throwing them in the bin, which is not good for general profit margin. Anyway, here I am at Asda to collect the shopping, which is definitely something I could pay somebody else to do. But anyway, here we go. Parking in the spot as usual, and thank you very much. Logging off.